So something I came across that I found profoundly interesting. I just, you know, going through a social media post and I saw some comments. I didn't see it as a very important news to even talk about or even write about because again, I work in the news department and it's a news channel that I work for, and so sometimes when some of these things pop up, you don't really see it as a very important news. But it does look like there's an anger to it that if you do not in some way talk about it to look like you are, you know, trying to hide something from it or trying to hide the news. The security outfit, of course, you know, very recently, Anambra state government, in a bid to crack down on the insecurity situation has gone out of hand in Anambra state. The government formed Agunechemba. That is something reminiscent of Bakassi. And remember what Bakassi was about. I mean, if you were a kid then, or maybe an adult at that time, you must have known what Bakassi stood for at the time. Bakassi was actually formed by the government of the day then in order to tackle insecurity, go against, you know, murderers, go against criminals, and even though some persons thought that they did significantly well with tackling insecurity at the time, but then there was still human rights violations that were also an issue at the time. Okay, now fast forward now, it seems insecurity situation has been double what had happened in the past, and Soludo doesn't think that maybe using sophistication or maybe using what they call it now, technology to solve the security situation would work. So maybe he's thinking about using the traditional means, you know, by traditional means by going back to what, you know, it was, maybe forming a group like that is reminiscent of Bakassi called Agunechemba in order to tackle insecurity. Now, let me just read out the news for you so that you understand the perspective, exactly what this is about. Security outfits called Agunechemba has declared its intention to arrest women, and this is not, you know, I don't think this is part of their mandate. All right, because I don't understand how a security outfit would turn around to arrest women who are not without bra or pants. I've never heard that before. I don't know. Imagine, just imagine the Nigerian police, saddled with responsibility of keeping the peace. You know, starts arresting ladies who are not without bra and pants. I don't know. Well, what are you going to charge them for? Charge them for nudity or something? I don't know. So, a security outfit in Anambra has declared its intention to arrest women seen in public without bras or pants. The announcement made via a public address system was captured in a viral video shared on X, formerly Twitter, on Sunday. In that footage, an official of a security outfit speaking in Igbo language claimed the directive was issued by the governor, Anambra State Governor Chukwuma Soludo. He further stated that women wearing only panties in public would also face arrest. However, Anambra's authorities have yet to release an official statement regarding the announcement. Meanwhile, a former senator from Kaduna State, Shehu Sani, only also wondered how the security will verify compliance by ladies. And if the law is also applicable to men. He made the position known on his X handle while writing Anambra's bra and pant law. I don't know if the pant law is applicable to men, and how can the security outfit verify ladies' compliance? It's crazy, dog, because again, at what point has wearing bra and pant become a security concern for the Anambra State government? Again, just to state this, because the Anambra State government hasn't come to release a statement, so it's part of the reasons why, you know, we're not putting it out there. Yeah, all right, we're not putting it out there. But then again, it is believed that whatever activities that the Agunechemba deployed by the Anambra State government, you know, embarks upon must have been cleared by the government, because again, you cannot absolve what they're doing from, you know, the government of the day. You employ these people, you put them up on the street, you told them this is your mandate. So I'm wondering where they derive those powers from. But even at that, whatever it is, I also wanted to state that it is important to clarify this thing. And I also think that the Anambra State government should also either corroborate the story or maybe debunk it. Because what this means is that you can go around, taking girls, carrying girls, harassing girls in the name of trying to check if they're wearing pants or not. I mean, I've never heard or seen this kind of thing before in my life. Never. Not even, the most developed countries of the world, the Israel, the United States or the United Kingdom, for crying out loud. If you're looking to be like these guys, or if you're looking to be developed like these guys, I haven't heard a thing like this in my entire life, and I'm wondering where this style came from. I've also not seen or known why the security outfit of this magnitude would be looking to arrest girls who are without pants or bra. It's just madness as far as I'm concerned. So, sometimes some things are not to be left to be true by the public space, because it's open to crazy interpretation. So it's better that the government of Anambra come out straight to talk about this, because again, in the last few months, Anambra has been far depleted by a lots of stories about insecurity. The most recent, of course, is the killing of the member representing Onitsha North 1 constituency, Azuka. It was so horrible because I read the news of his adoption on the 24th of December 2024, and it was so sad that his body was dumped along the second Niger bridge access. It was so crazy. And I also read the news about the fact that they have been following up on this story, and the painful part of this particular story is not even about the fact that they saw his body, his lifeless body, along the second Niger bridge. It was actually the fact that the people who were the suspect, who led the police team to the place where they finally found the body, were actually they escaped from the police custody. It is that devastating. Excuse me, is there something playing here that we don't know? Has he offended anybody? Is he still in the realm of politics? Because again, there is a limit to these things called politics. And there's a whole lot of things. I mean, in Anambra too, in Niwi precisely, there was a story about 3 siblings. They were murdered and put in the deep freezer. That particular story is still one that hurts me so much. And by the way, if just in case you're wondering, I'm also live on TikTok. You can get on TikTok and check me out. That's Cheesy Charles 1. All right, Cheesy Charles 1. That's CHEEZ. Told the way they were told on TV. I posted them on my platform on TikTok, and I think it's also showing on the platform here on YouTube. So I was just shocked at that particular story. Apparently, the 3 siblings. That's 2 boys, 1 girl. No, 2 girls, 1 boy, and they were home. The mom stepped out. The story was that the mom stepped out to get something. The father wasn't around. Of course, daddies will always be a way to make monies. The man was not even in town. In fact, he was actually in Edo State. And that story broke. And that the woman left and then came back only to find the 3 kids murdered, torn into pieces, put into deep freezer. Same Anambra, and so many other stories of madness. The other day we heard about IED explosives, detonated. Like police found IEDs along the street of Anambra State. Like, how in the world did that even happen? Like, was it like when you hear IED? When you are walking on the streets of Maiduguri, Yobe, places that northeast that have been devastated by Boko Haram bombings here and there. At some point in this country, in fact, some few years back, we're having consistent bombing. In fact, it became a normal occurrence, for us who are in the news department to look out for bomb stories. Like it was like we know it's going to happen tomorrow, so we anticipate it's going to happen, and so we read the news. It was like a daily occurrence at that time. So when you hear that, oh well, there was an unexploded device found on the streets of Maiduguri, or maybe Yobe, Gombe. I mean, you would say, okay, maybe it might be remnant of what had happened. But Anambra hasn't had that situation in the recent past, or even in the past. I mean, the last time we had something like that is the Civil War, 67 to 70. And I'm wondering how in the world we have an unexploded IED, on the street of Anambra. That news I read in Anambra. And some crazy things that are happening in Anambra recently. And recently also the police changed the commissioner for police in that state, and I thought that was a good step in the right direction. Let's see whether there's something not really adding up, because it's become a dent in the administration of Soludo. So many persons had a sincere high hope with Soludo. Soludo, I mean, economic expert, CBN governor at some point. I mean, he was just. We understand that the Agunechemba too are not people who are conventional security guys. They are also people who are spiritual, who use jazz, to get their results. So when you have a jazz, they also have a higher jazz, to get their results like they would wish, to get. So it's a potpourri of things, and I just hope in some way they are able to take care of the situation in Anambra, because again, November elections is around the corner, which is on November 8th, and nobody would want to get involved in that kind of thing. There's a whole lot going on in Anambra, and I felt that they should concern themselves more with these issues, and how to deliver the good for the people of Anambra, than to look out for what's under the skirt of a man. Because I'm just wondering, telling myself, like, how is this security outfit going to be checking the pants and the brow of ladies, whether they're wearing pants or not, and then arrest them? I mean, this would just give way for harassment of these people. I mean, it's going to be totally bad. So I felt that it's very important that the Anambra state government do things quickly, and maybe release a statement regarding this. All right, that's all I've got to say about this. By the way, here is the announcement made by the Agunechemba outfits created by the state government. This is where they were speaking in Igbo. They were announcing that the government that frowns at anybody who wears pants or who doesn't wear pants when they step out. I really don't know. I really don't know. At what point really did they think through that? I mean, who discussed it? How did they come about that? I mean, is that causing insecurity in the state? Is that an issue? Is that a problem? It's just crazy. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you.